Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another lesson. In this lesson we are finally going to complete the high score system, and with that we'll finish everything about score and text, and we'll also be a huge step closer to completing the whole game. In this lesson we are going to use the player prefs as well, just like we did with the current score in the last lesson. So this should be fairly easy. The score that we want to change is located in the game over scene, and it's the one below the best score text. Everything about these scores is handled in the score handler script, so go ahead and double click that script to open it up in Visual Studio. Once it's open, you can see comments indicating what our code does so far. So first off, we are targeting the variables to their correct text mesh components. After that, we are changing the current score according to how many stars the player collected during his last game. And after that, I'll write a comment explaining what we want our next piece of code to do. So we want to check whether the current score is greater than the high score, and if it is, we want the current score to become the high score. And since we are using player prefs, it should be saved even after we exit the game and enter again. To make things easier for ourselves, let's introduce two new variables. They are both going to be integer variables, and they are going to be private. One is going to be called current, and the other one is going to be called high. And first off, we want the new introduced current variable to be set to the current score, but as an integer value, so we will need to convert it from the string. Type system.convert.toInt32. And the thing that we want to convert is located in player prefs. So type in player prefs.getString, and the string that we want to get is called the current score. We can just go ahead and copy this, paste it right below it, and we are going to change the current to high, and we are going to change the current score to high score. Once that is done, we can easily compare them. So if current is greater than high, then we want to execute the code between these brackets. And here we want to adjust the high score, if the current score is indeed higher than it. To do that, type player prefs.setString, and the string that we want to adjust is the high score, and we want to set it to current. We are getting an error because this is indeed an integer value and it needs to be a string value, so we can just convert it as we did before. Put it inside of brackets and in front of it type system.convert.toString. And that should get rid of every problem. After this is done, we want to set the high score text.text to the high score stored in the player prefs. So player prefs.getString, and the key is high score. And this should be everything regarding the scores. So go to File and click on Save All. Go back to Unity, and let's see if it works. So it set our high score to 5 now, since that's the new high score. Let's see if it will remember if we die after 1. Okay, now let's see if it will remember even after we exit the game and enter again. Everything works fine until now, and we just have a few finishing touches before we complete the whole game. In the next few lessons we'll be dealing with particles or special effects, so that should be interesting.